Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're back at the complex after the giant tire fiasco and eviction, and I'm back from my trip in New Orleans and to see what has happened here and to give you an update. A lot of people have asked for an update on this crazy situation, so we'll tell you what's happened, what hasn't happened. Nothing too crazy, but there's still a lot of time for that coming up here soon. All right, so of course, make sure you check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, all that great stuff. I have a free book on there. I have 9 books on Amazon. It's One Car Friday. I keep taking the Supra out because it's easy. It's not on one of the lifts. And then the Porsche 928 is actually broken right now. Something wrong with the clutch. The Mustang won't start. The Lotus overheated the other day, so there are a few slight car problems right now. The Diablo's still good. The Aston Martin's still good. But we're at the complex, which is a 7-unit property, and we had to evict that unit over there, right behind the Supra, or it was last week, I guess. And they were evicted from their tire store. Before they were evicted here, dropped 500 tires off. Then during the eviction, we put all those tires in dumpsters, ended up taking them to a dairy. And they are super mad at us still for what they say is stealing their tires, even though they dropped them off on a property that wasn't even theirs. It was behind another unit over here. And then had time to move them, had the notice. The police told them everything that would be happening, and they chose not to move them and then got mad when the tires disappeared. So right back here in this area is where all the tires were stored. And we'll link to that video, but we have lots of video of us moving all the tires. It was a crazy day. And I think she's moved her swing set because this is a tenant here who lives there. We have good stories about that as well. And her swing set was against the house there because all the tires were in the way. But it looks like she moved it back after all the tires were there, which is a telling sign based on what she's told us before too. So we're going to take a look at the evicted house too a little closer because we went through that really fast. We're in a house we're going to be fixing up here soon. It is pretty gnarly. We've shown this one a few times. We have another vacant unit that is almost all the way fixed up, but we don't really want to rent anything with all this craziness going on. So we're kind of holding off on that. And we have a few other units over there. One that's vacant, one where the lady wants to move because of all this craziness, and another one who may or may not want to move. So we actually had some people who were defending the tire guy saying, oh, he lost his business, it's COVID, it's not his fault, we should be more lenient with him and just let him keep his tires here. Well, it's not just me he's affecting, it's the other tenants as well who were not happy with the situation either. That was crazy to me that some people actually thought that, but we're in a crazy world right now. So we'll go take a look at those units, tell you some more stories, some more things that have been going on, and hopefully we never see those tires again, but who knows? And for those wondering why we didn't throw this pallet away, this is actually their gate. This is not just a pallet. This is a wonderful gate. So I think that can stay. I think that's classy enough we can keep that one. All right, so here's the unit where they're evicted. We bought this in May for $550,000. We knew it would have some issues when we bought it, but we didn't know they'd be this big of an issue. And the tenant here never paid rent the entire time, not once. We posted notices, tried to talk to him, never responded to us at all one time until we posted the official eviction notice. I think he could just live here for free because of the eviction moratorium. But there's lots of different things going on with that. Different states have different rules, different judges are different counties are different. So we were able to, is there somebody living here? Oh my God. Okay. So I thought this looked weird when I came in here. And hopefully nobody's in the bathroom back there. But this mattress was not here before, and I was hoping maybe my guys moved it. It was sitting in that hallway right there. But now there's like drinks and cans being used as ashtrays there, like somebody's been in here and staying here. So that's good. That's what I wanted to see. So I guess it's good I came over here to see what was going on. Beautiful mattress. Well, for some reason I lost my train of thought here. And what I was talking about, oh, there's some beautiful pennies. Nikki loves to collect change at our properties, but I'm not sure she wants to collect that change. So we're taking a closer look at this one. Like I said, I haven't even come in this room all the way yet before. Was in and out of here real quick before, just because it was the eviction. There's lots of craziness going on with the tires, and this was like not a priority. However, I'm glad I did come here. And I think we opened the fridge before. Yeah, there's nothing really much in there. Again, like I said, I completely forgot what I was talking about here. So anyway, we bought this property. He never paid rent. Never once talked to us until the official eviction papers were filed. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I want to file for rental assistance. I want to get help from the government. We told him he could do that before, never responded. And once that happened, then, you know, we filled out some paperwork. We're kind of being helpful. And then he was denied because his tire shop was evicted as well. He was evicted from his tire shop. So once he was evicted from the tire shop, he dropped off all his tires over here. I don't know where all the lights are. And we ended up, there it is, having to evict him and all his tires as well. So we're going to talk about the tenant in number 5 here too, because she's kind of a part of this as well. And then, yeah, I got a little thrown off here since I think somebody might be living in here. This is such a beautiful setup in here. This isn't drywall. This is like the, I don't even know what it is, vinyl shower wall stuff, but you can see it's not sealed well at all. Beautiful property. So we did the eviction, moved all the tires. The police said, yeah, you know, the sheriff actually, you're going to have to get rid of all these if you want them. He said, fine, no problem, we'll get them all. They literally had one trailer full, didn't get the rest. We moved all the rest to a dairy who wanted them to cover their silage pile, dumped them off there, didn't tell him. We didn't want to cause any problems for that dairy, for the dumpster company. And so he was so mad, said he's going to sue us, said he's going to take me to court. Then he started accusing us of stealing his cars. It was just nuts. And this whole time he's kind of had someone translate for him because he said he couldn't speak very good English. But as soon as he got really mad at us, all of a sudden he could speak pretty good English. So that's where we stand right now. And I'm thinking somehow, some way, somebody's getting into this property. I wonder if it's this back door that isn't locked very well, which is good. It's good to have a property you just evicted, have someone squatting in it. We rekeyed everything. I don't know how they would be getting in. Well, I'm gonna have to keep looking through this. So, but the guy has not just disappeared, he's still causing a few problems. Luckily, not with us, but I wouldn't be surprised if there were some with us. So yeah, those are locked. I don't know how they're getting in unless that window is open. But this window is open. No, that's locked there. This is actually locked here. Okay. You can see how airtight that door is, especially there on the bottom. Oh, and this was their doorbell up here, the beer can. Oh, what is that? What is that? I don't even know. Oh my God. Oh. So, is that salt? That must be salt. I'm hoping it's salt and not like crack cocaine or something. I'm assuming if it was drugs, they would have taken that with them. So, they had a beer can full of salt right there. I don't know why I keep getting thrown off today. It's kind of weird. Nothing strange is going on at all. Okay. Moving on. Oh, this one. Look at that. That is wide open, not locked. So that could be the issue right there. And it's broken too. I don't know if that was broken before. I'll have to go back to my other video and see. So yeah, if your window is wide open and can be open from the outside, that's obviously one way someone's going to get in. And then this window right here, you might notice something strange, that the lock is on the outside, which we could not figure out either. But we can open it as well because there's plexiglass cocked in from the inside. So this is, kind of secure. If you really wanted to, you could just push on this real hard and it'd come off, but we would see that. So the broken window that's been fixed with plexiglass is still secure, I think. So that's good, but this other one is not. All right, so before we move on and I talk about the other fun stuff going on, I'm gonna try and secure this window. And you know what? I am pretty darn sure there was no curtain here either. That's something else I'm gonna check out. Or this tiger blanket. Okay. Now I'm going to try and secure this window. Okay, so I've been looking all over for a screwdriver. I have the Supra. I usually have tools in my main vehicles, the Velociraptor and some of my others, but the Supra, I do not have anything there yet. But you can see here these screws are there, so I can't even shut this all the way, or it breaks the window, which has already been happening right there, and probably why it's cracked. And I think those are there because there's like an air conditioner here when we did the eviction, not because someone's trying to stop us from closing it. So I'm wondering if my guys just never actually got this window locked or shut to begin with. I'll have to double check on that too. But I'll have to have one of them come over and secure that. So I also just checked the other units to make sure they're okay, and they look to be fine. Ironically, this is pretty funny over here. This unit right here has been one that's been vacant the whole time. It needs a lot of work. It's a mess. And we had people break into it and stay in there. So they haven't been trying very hard. Usually we find an open window where the door wasn't locking very well. Once we secure it, it's been okay. We haven't seen any other signs of people. But I forgot these were in here. Tires! Yay! And that's actually a full set. So when we moved the 500 tires, almost all of them were used. There may have been like one set of new ones, maybe. And then almost all of them had like 3, 2, or 1 tire. There wasn't a set of 4. So I don't know if they're actually worth anything or not. Here's an actual set. These are probably the best tires of the whole bunch. And what else is funny is they actually had tires that would have fit my Diablo, the Lamborghini, in there too. They were 335 17s. But they're Michelins, and mine are supposed to have P0 Pirellis, and I'm not going to put used tires from this eviction on my Diablo. But I could not believe they actually had a size that would fit my Diablo. And so yeah, this unit is crazy. This is kind of the before of what the other one we'll show you here looked like, and then you can see what it's looked like since we fixed it up a little bit. So you can see it's pretty rough, not amazing. So it will make our other unit look just beautiful. And yeah, one reason we knew this one had been broken into was those socks weren't there before. So we don't think anybody's trying to steal anything or break anything. We think they're just sleeping here. All right, so we'll go show you the other unit now and then talk more about the other tenant and the evicted tenant here too. So when all those tires were dropped off, we talked to the tenant over there, and she claims they weren't her tires, even though they were in her kind of side yard there. She had tried to talk to the person who was evicted. He wouldn't talk to her. He wouldn't move the tires. He kept asking her to, and it wasn't her fault, because we're going to give her notice saying if she didn't move the tires, we're going to evict her too, because it's against her lease to have 500 tires in her side yard for some reason. So after we did that, during the eviction, we kept seeing them driving together. They even came to the office together. She paid rent. He asked to have more time to not pay rent. And then Nikki, my project manager, said, while I was gone, I was in New Orleans the start of this week for the Bigger Pockets conference where I spoke at. She said she thinks that the evicted tenant is living over here now in her unit. So I came over, drove by. I don't know whose car that is. I haven't seen that car before, but I didn't see any of their cars, I don't think. But I mean, it's possible he got a new one. So they definitely are in cahoots together, and obviously are friends and working together in some way. So we're gonna work on trying to get pretty much everybody out of this whole complex and starting from scratch. So we've been successful in getting one person out so far in 4 months, but we did sort of fix up this unit here too. So this is basically the exact same floor plan as the other one. We moved the bathroom door, we put in a new kitchen, we painted, did flooring, redid some of the lighting, doors, all of that. And now you can kind of see what it looks like. I think that other unit might be slightly smaller. This room might be narrower, but otherwise it's kind of like the same exact floor plan. You can see here where we moved the door, and then here where it's going to be a slightly better shower once we get through here and fix this unit up. All right, so the other thing that's happened since the eviction last week is the person who was evicted here, I guess, called the dumpster company super mad because how we moved the tires is we had 4 roll-off dumpsters. I think they're 40-yard dumpsters. Put all the tires in them. We managed to convince the dumpster company to haul those dumpsters away after the 24 hours had passed, which we have to have for the eviction, to the dairy, drop them off at the dairy. So the dumpster company was like our transport company, and I don't know how much all that costs yet. At some point we'll do a video on how much this eviction costs. It was not cheap, I can tell you that. And so that was really cool of them, and it's nice because, right, we had all these dumpsters, we could pile tires in, it wasn't easy for them to move them in and out of the dumpster, so we wouldn't have to reload them twice or anything. Well, the guy called the dumpster company saying, "Where are my tires? What'd you do with them?" Super mad, wanted to know where they went. The dumpster company was not real happy with him calling, and I don't think they were very helpful on that aspect. So, pretty cool how this all worked out so far. And that's one reason too. Some people said, hey, you could sell those tires, you get a tire shop to take all those. And yeah, maybe, but then that guy who's evicted is gonna go to every single tire shop in town looking for his tires, giving them a hard time. And then they're gonna come back at us, giving us a hard time because he's giving them a hard time. And then we'll be like, oh, sorry. So getting rid of him to an unknown place where he can't cause problems, I think was the very best solution. I have to give kudos to Nikki who did that. That was her idea to call a dairy, and she had a friend where they knew of a dairy. So there we go. That's the update on what's going on here. Looks like somebody is now living in the evicted unit again. They definitely are not paying us rent, so I'll get my guys over here to secure that better. This unit is not broken into. The other unit is not broken into. We still have 4 tires, which I didn't remember, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Soon, hopefully we'll get everybody out of this place. We can remodel everything real fast, get everything rented, and then sell it. That's our plan. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the updates. We'll be back with much more on this property, I'm sure, coming up here soon. We'll have more on the compound, which is another interesting property with 3 houses and a commercial property. We'll have the other 8-unit property we bought, updates on that one. And the 3-unit property, the house, we'll have updates on that one. We'll have updates on our 10 flips. So if you haven't subscribed, I highly suggest you do. If you like what you see or have questions, please leave us comments. We love to see that. If you'd like to share these, we love that as well. And like I said, investformore.com has tons more information in a free book on everything we're doing if you want to learn more about the wonderful world of real estate investing.